Hello and welcome to my progress video of the A8 disk menu, this time running on hardware like it should run on the car with the ESP32C6. Because it has two CAN controllers I can use, I need this for filtering the CAN bus. But first we will switch on ignition. I use another ESP32 attached to CAN Comfort to simulate ignition messages. We have to wait a few seconds because the cluster still shows a lot of warning messages. I try to simulate as much as possible, but we still have not any physical connection, a sensor or connection wire to the ABS that is necessary to get rid of all warning messages. Yeah, but in the future it should run on it should listen on CAN Comfort for multifunction steering wheel control buttons. At the moment, I just simulate it via serial monitor commands. Everything's basically prepared for listening to CAN commands on CAN Comfort. Yeah, already the custom on the A8 we have a special feature that is possible, not used basically by the MMI. The A8 cluster is a little bit wider than the display, especially is a little bit wider than on A6 and Q7. This gives us room for two addresses that the A6 doesn't have. I speak about line ID 02 and line ID 04, and line ID 03 basically also. 02 is left, 03 is middle, 04 is right. The A6 and Q7 only use 01. 01 overrides the whole one, and the other ones can make a split view. Yeah. So we will jump into the menu. Everything is basically prepared for multifunction steering wheel control already from CAN Comfort. Yeah, we press mode long button now. It opens the menu. I have not implemented much at the moment. It's more like a placeholder. But for the A8 cluster, we have the advantage of the wide screen. So we have the possibility to configure the top line where it shows the radio station. I filter ID 419, 491 to the car. So we have full control over the display on the cluster, with the advantage that I simulate the cluster towards the MMI. So the MMI keeps sending data to us. We can extract and use for us. So we can decide what we want to show from the MMI and what not. So if I switch radio station, for example, this is a little bit tricky on this because I actually use the MMI I built. So when we switch radio station, it still passed through. I let this through. We can show the radio station on top there. I haven't implemented live data app or diagnostics app yet. Also very early stage of the design, not far from final, and yeah. Also the CAN data visible shown at the top are just placeholders at the moment. So we can basically move up and down. We can click OK on the steering wheel. We can set color scheme. I don't have implemented changeable languages yet, but it's also about to come. So we can change the color. Oh yeah. We can set which car we have this installed. When I switch to a 6Q7, it removes the option for the wider line. We can have an auto start option. You can configure in which mode it should start automatically. If you have custom top line configured, it will always start automatically after 30 seconds after turning on the ignition. Yeah. So we have top line configuration. We can switch it to OEM Audi in A6 mode, so it still shows radio stations there or media information. And Oh, we get a warning message. These are also now handled. Sadly, the cluster doesn't tell us when the screen is empty, so we try to rebuild it every 2 seconds. And when the cluster still says it's busy, then we try it after another 2 seconds. Because we only get an answer from the cluster when we try to write to it. Custom mode brings back the top line. When we set this to A8, we get the values on the left and right. When we set this to OEM, it behaves like normally. In custom, we can, in A8 only, we can configure the both sides. You can go back by pressing mode button. We can close it, and in custom mode the top line stays on top. Even when you're on board computer, you can also simulate these. You can switch through the board computer, and you will always have 2 values visible. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, feel free to make. I will upload it to GitHub for everyone to have a look at, or to contribute, or to work with. Yeah, thank you for watching and enjoying. This is the update so far. We will see. Thank you.